Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We talk everything animation here, including Mysticons, which we'll be getting into right now. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hey, y'all.
And April Collins.
Hello.
Today, Delaney, April, and I are back to discuss Mysticons, this time getting into episode 15, Clash of the Tridents, that aired this morning on Nickelodeon and YTV a little bit ago in Canada, and we will be recapping, going over all of the fish stuff from this episode. It's going to be great. We talk Mysticons every week here on the Overly Animated Podcast. You can find us at overlyanimated.com or search for Overly Animated Mysticons on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. Subscribe there or YouTube to not miss any of our future Mysticons coverage. So make sure you've seen Clash of the Tridents, spoilers for this episode and all previous episodes. Delaney, what are your thoughts on this episode?
I really enjoyed this episode. Like, it was cute. Kelpie's adorable. Like, obviously, Kelpie's, like, the main, like, draw of the episode. I did like that we moved pretty fast back to Arcana's parents. We're trying to get her parents back. And the whole mermaid plot's very interesting. I liked the whole, like, Knight of the Silver Trident and him just being a total nerd because she just reads everything and just thinks being a knight of anything is really cool. And I liked, like, the animation, like, everybody's hair. That was really cool. I guess, like, the thing that doesn't make this episode, like, amazing to me is the whole Doug and Malveron stuff was just awful. Like, it was really boring. I didn't care. There was no point to it. They weren't even that funny. It was just terrible, and I did not enjoy it. And I would have preferred if they just were in the episode, if that was what it was going to be like. But the rest of the episode was pretty good. Like, I liked it.
Okay. Good stuff there. April, what are your thoughts on this episode?
I thought it was a really nice episode. I was a little confused because they did the last time on, so I thought it was going to be like another like super like plot heavy like episode with a whole lot going on, but it wasn't like so much. I mean, really the only thing we were doing was taking care of the Coral Keep and all of that stuff. It was kind of a fillery episode, but it was still really nice. There's a little bit of action, and I enjoyed, I guess, the break from like a really like plot driven episode. Kelpie was of course the best part of the episode, obviously. I have new feelings about Doug, so they're not positive feelings, so like I think I like Gawain better, but but yeah, it was nice. It was a good episode.
Okay. I think were both of your initial impressions not this? So what I thought of this episode was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Oh, get out of here.
Oh my goblin fish. It was fantastic.
Shut up.
That's the best part of the episode.
I can't.
Fantastic. That was
all of the like fish puns.
Yeah, that's the best part, obviously. Yeah, look, I expected to be the only one that was like super high on Kelpie, but yeah, Kelpie's like the best one-off character. I think the show's that. I absolutely loved her, and she said "fantastic" three times.
Kelpie's the best.
3 times she said it, and it was great each time. And yeah, I thought this was a fun episode. I think it's one of our better non-plot episodes so far in the show. I like the mythology established with the mer people and the mer knights and everything underwater. I thought the underwater animation was really cool. I thought all of the 4 girls looked really cool underwater, especially Zarya with the hair sticking up.
All spiked up.
Yeah, it was great. And like the Kelpie and Queen Trufin were great, and basically everything underwater was pretty fun, I thought. The B-plot, I don't think the B-plot was terrible. I think it was kind of fun to revisit a bunch of locations that we'd seen previously on the show. I think the show's like maybe not done such a clear job establishing what all these places are that we've been to. And once you have like the app, it becomes a lot clearer that these are all like distinct locations that we could revisit. So I thought that was kind of cool. But obviously Malveron and Doug kind of suck. So it would be better to spend time elsewhere. I don't, Malvron, it's probably worth spending time with to build up his character. Doug, I've said it a lot on Doug's like the worst character on the show. He's pointless. It's not like this was a bad Doug episode. He was fine here, but he's just pointless. And at least we had a lot of Chaco in that plot. So overall, I thought it was a good episode. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. Anyone want to second my fin-tastic for
oh my gosh, Dylan, no. It was fantastic.
So
I'll be honest, I didn't understand what she was saying until like the third time, because I was like, why is this really weird emphasis on saying fantastic? Because I didn't hear it like first two times. And then I was like, oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand what she's actually saying now.
It's fantastic. And then Arcana says it at the end. We want them to come back to a fantastic city. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just so used to puns that they just sort of like roll off me. I'm like, okay, I got it. Maybe.
No, it was great. I was loving it. Kelpie saying it was the best. What you got? Fantastic or Fabtacular? Which is better?
I think Fabtacular.
What? Come on. Not fantastic?
Fabtacular is slightly less obvious.
Well,
it has more uses.
I can use it in everyday life.
You could just say fantastic and no one would understand.
I'm not often near water, so I do live in Texas.
What? It would make sense if you were just like standing by a lake, like that saying fantastic would work in that
exactly.
Case. Okay. Yeah, what about oh my goblin fish?
That was pretty funny because it was stupid.
Oh, you like that one over fantastic? They're both really stupid, obviously.
I mean, obviously, but it was a bit more like off the cuff as opposed to something clearly that Kelpie just says all the time.
It just makes me think of work whenever you say fantastic, because we have what we call potty mouths at work, so we try and work poo into everything. So, because I work for a poopery, so like that's what it made me feel like. I was like, oh, I'm at work right now.
Just like shoehorning something into all these phrases.
Yes.
Yeah. It's this show with words with the like the mythology. They already do like oh my goblin and Fabtacular. So this is just the fish twist on what we're already making, what we're already doing with these words. I loved it. Let's talk I guess the plot movement. The reason we have the previously on is because this episode does in theory move the plot forward. We get the statue parents back, so we actually did something here. And
that's true.
Yeah, it's probably not necessary to get into that. But
I felt like it was very like at the end of it, it felt very like unnecessary, I guess. So because like I said, whenever we get like that last time on, I'm like, okay, like you're about to unload onto us, but like really it was like, oh, Arcana's like finally gonna go underwater and get her parents. Like I'm glad we can end this. So
yeah. Yeah, it's this was a fun way to do this minor plot movement, I think, and let's get a move on. Let's get the parents unfrozen. let's do that.
Yeah,
unboned. Yeah, there you go. The mythology of this episode takes place in we take place in Coral Keep with the Order of the Silver Trident, the Mer Knights of the Silver Trident. Delaney, what do you think of this kind of mythology trope juxtaposition of like knights and merfolk?
Well, I really liked it because I'm used to kind of like, this is kind of a thing they do a lot with fairies, like a fairy court and like the knights of the fairy court. So I liked that it was like with like mer people. And it was cute because Kelpie was a knight. And I liked it because, like, I think it's just keep it, like, adding on how ridiculous Im is, like, at being a knight. And it's like, Mysticon knight. And, like, it was just really funny. Like, I liked it. I think it's cool. I always think that kind of stuff's cool. Like, I'm a total, like, fantasy nerd and, like, play World of Warcraft and all that nonsense. So, like, stuff like this is neat. I think it's cool. So...
Yeah, I think I got to Magic the Gathering with the merfolk dropping there. Although I guess it is a D&D thing as well. So
yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was wondering, like, is that what they're actually called, the generalized version? Okay, it is in D&D, so it makes sense for the show.
Or mer people.
Yeah. Mer people. Yeah, I think that's a more
mer
common
people.
one. Yeah. April, what were your thoughts on the mythology here?
I like it. It plays in with like the rest of the mythology of the show because like we were saying, it's very like D&D. and everything like that. And so, like, of course there would be like the Knights of the Silver Trident or whatever. And so, like, I like that we're just sort of like continuing that. And then the fact that, like, of course M knew about it, but it was nice because Arcana knew about it too. And even she had like that small moment where she was like, oh, like, these are like respectable people and all of this stuff. And I was like, well, good for you, Arcana. Like, you're not just some airhead princess who's, you know, just trying to save her parents, but like you understand like what's going on in the realm and everything. So I liked that moment. That it was kind of something that I thought like a small little bonding moment for Arcana and M, because we don't really have those anymore. So
yeah, I think Arcana probably this is like my headcanon about this. Arcana probably knows that M is obsessed with them, so like because they're friends before, so that's why she like recognized them as well. Yeah, I think that was cool.
I liked that small little like nod to their friendship, but of course M was so super cute. Like, she was just like what, you know, like fangirling out like she always does in the most adorable way. So I loved that.
yeah, that was great. It was a good M episode with her being a fan of the Order of the Silver Trident and then becoming knighted at the end. She gets the trident. Is that going to come into play? She gets the trident.
I hope so, because that thing's cool.
Yeah, I want her. Okay, see, I didn't think we would see like her little like mech that she uses, but we see it all the time. So I'm like, I want that trident everywhere. Like, I want her zapping like Doug. Like, I want to see that. Like, I want that.
She can't deal with Gawain, Zap. Like, I want that.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we could. The show has a good track record with this because we keep bringing out the mech suit. Yeah, so maybe it'll be added to our arsenal. I think it's a cool mythology thing. With we're getting into our underwater episode. Interesting note: this is kind of season 2, episode 2 of Mysticons. Also, season 2, episode 2 of Voltron was their Mer People episode. I don't. Yeah, very very.
I'm not
weird.
that far yet.
Yeah, well, it's not. There's also somewhat inconsequential episode, but yeah, I thought it was cool. I think the big highlight is Kelpie and I mean, Kelpie's great because she's like adorable, but I think I like the move from the show in introducing continuing to have the female characters as their like one-off minor characters in these episodes. It's really cool that the A plot of this is just there's like all female characters in the A plot of this episode, and Kelpie. It's great to see like a younger girl and she's like looking up to the Mysticons. I think that's something cool that we haven't really seen before from the show. And
she wants to be a knight. Like she's a knight and she like wants to fight like the monster and all that stuff. Like, it's so great. Also, she's just adorable. Like, she's so cute.
She's too cute.
Yeah,
she can't pronounce words.
Yeah, she can't pronounce words. She can't pronounce vanquished and trespass. Yeah. So
no, she could say vanquish. She said it.
Is that what she couldn't say before, and then she gets it at the end? I think that was it.
She couldn't say majestic.
Oh, majestic.
Either.
Okay,
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
she's just cute. Also relatable. I also can't say words.
yeah.
She's like the Coral Keep, the bestest city in the Undersea, and I was like, oh, cute child.
Yeah, and her like helmet, it doesn't fit on her in the beginning. Yeah, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fin-tastic. Yeah,
and her name is Kelpie.
Pretty bad name.
Kelpie.
Why?
But it's adorable. Like, her name being Kelpie makes her like 10 times cuter.
Yeah. Yeah. Why would you name your mer person child Kelpie? Like, seems like an on the nose name.
Also, she just lets her daughter have one of those tridents. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
I feel like that's something a child should not have, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, what do we think of Queen Trufin?
She's cool. Her hair is awesome. Like, her hair is super cool.
Yes.
But I'm also... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, she had like what was it, like the squid hair or something like that?
It was super cool.
I liked that.
I'm just confused though, because like Arcana was like the king and queen. I'm like, she's a queen too. Like, do they all know each other? Like, do they care? Like, who cares that they're the king and queen of Drake City? Like, what? I'm assuming they're the king and queen of like not just Drake City, but like other places. But it's so weird.
Kind of like how in Star, how there's like King Ponyhead and stuff like there's kings and queens like all over the place, but like I guess there's like the main like king and queen.
Yeah, not clear jurisdiction on the show. On where things extend to. Yeah, we had this question. We had this question on the Discord, which is Drake City the capital of like the whole world, Gemina, or is it like a state or something? Director Matt Ferguson hopefully tweeted that out, and Sean Jar, creator, said it's the capital of a smaller region within Gemina. So there are some sort of sub-regions. So maybe Drake City's jurisdiction does not cover the wherever this is. Yeah.
I also loved that like they didn't know who the Mysticons were. Like I thought that was kind of great. That they were just like, they're like, we're the Mysticons, and they're like, okay, like that's nice for you.
A lot of people seem to not know the Mysticons. I feel like this has happened before, but yeah,
they've been asleep for like 1,000 years, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. Like, who cares about the 1,000-year-old superheroes? But yeah, I thought Kelpie, Queen Trufin are great, and the Coral Keep, it's like run down, and then we're rebuilding it at the end. People to come back to a fin-tastic city. Yep. So maybe
we need to start a running counter of how many times you've said fin-tastic.
Well, the show said it 4 times. I'm very aware of how many times the show said it, but I probably said it more. How do we think we're coming back to Coral Keep at some point?
I mean, I could see us like at some point in the show needing to call upon different people. Or, like, we need something, or, like, hey, let's just go, like, pick up Kelpie for, like, 5 minutes. But I feel like, no.
Yeah, I'd really like that. Yeah, and maybe we'll come back. I wonder if it'll be in the app at some point. I haven't beaten it yet, but maybe I don't know. I don't think it's going to appear. But like, is it like significant enough that it gets a place on like maps and stuff? I most importantly, I think I'd like Kelpie back at some point. Although I don't know how we have the fish person coming back.
Babysit Kelpie.
Yeah, we should do that. So I just. Yeah, I thought all of that was great. What about the Kraken, fighting the Kraken, and the narrative of it needing to pay tribute to it? I think that was pretty standard.
Yeah, that was definitely really standard. It was interesting that it was like treasure. Like I like that it was treasure, not like we have to sacrifice these mer people.
That's where all of the people of God, we've sacrificed them. That would have been dark. I would have appreciated it, but I'm glad that it just wants treasure.
Yeah.
And the Kraken was, like, cool looking. It was, like, super scary, so I liked that. Also, they had the tiniest eye.
Yeah. It didn't seem that menacing, but we had to use all 4 of the unleash the things at once.
I know, well, it just kept, like you'd just be like, "Rawr," and then, like, it wouldn't do anything. And I was like, are you scary? But then it had, like, its tentacles or whatever, I guess. I don't know. Like, it was just big, which, I mean, I think it worked for its, like, menacing factor, but that was about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty tough if it can withstand all 4 things, I guess. And they had to like collapse the rubble over it to get rid of it. And another obviously the episode takes place underwater. We have the water breathing potions that let them breathe underwater. And also, I think the most notable thing is like artistically, I think the animation was really cool with all how their character designs were affected being underwater. Mentioned Zarya's hair is like spiked upward. I think that's like the highlight.
And Arcana's was like big and poofy, like really, really like a giant ball on her head.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that attention to detail. Like, I really like that. Like, you don't really see that a lot, and it's just really nice. Like, it's like, oh yeah, they're underwater, whatever. But no, you could really tell.
They still look normal.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I think it's one of like the best looking episodes of the show. I really enjoyed the visuals on it. One underwater element we have been neglect to mention is the clown Foz.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty good.
So cute.
They were pretty cute. They might be cuter than the actual Foz.
That's true. Were they actually called clown Foz?
Yeah, they're clown Foz. Yeah.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, and Piper's like trying to pick the seaweed out of one's teeth. That was very cute.
Was.
Yeah, the clown Foz are great. Yeah, we got the Choco plush. Where's the clown Foz plush now?
Yeah, I want that. Yeah. I'll buy that one.
Yeah, make it happen next round.
Yeah, next round. Yeah. Okay, let's talk the B plot a little bit. So we're kind of down on it. Yeah, Delaney, why didn't you like it?
Well, it just wasn't interesting, and it was like silly, which silly things aren't necessarily bad, but part is mainly because, like you said, Malveron and Doug kind of suck. Like, they're not interesting. And it was just kind of like silly. I mean, it was kind of funny when Doug was like, he had his like bucket scroll. That was like kind of funny. And then, of course, Choco is the real treasure of any episode. And it was just the mixing of the potions. Like I understood like face value why you shouldn't do that, but then like it just didn't make a lot of sense. Like, oh, it made a bubble, and they kept mixing it. Oh, now I figured out if you mix it this way, it's teleporting. Like, and I guess that's what confused me about the mixing them, is because like it's the same potion. It was just weird. Like, I just didn't like it that much, and I just wasn't a bit like I understand like its purpose is like a gag and it's funny, like them going to all these different places we visited before. But then it really got on my nerves when like it was like we popped in on Necropha, and it was like, I don't really like that. Like, I understand that it's funny, but it's also like Necropha would just obliterate you in like 2 seconds. So I didn't really like because the show is lighthearted, but it also has a lot of plot and like stuff going on in it, and I just didn't like this kind of like silliness. Like, I wasn't expecting that from the show.
Too silly for you.
Yeah, I was. Okay. Yeah, too silly.
Yeah.
Do you think it was childish?
A little.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is like fine. The show's allowed to do that. It's just mainly because it's Malveron and Doug, and I don't care about them.
Right. Yeah. I think that's my thing with the B plot. I don't know if anything specifically in there. What do you think, April?
I just like. I get that we were, I guess, trying to develop their characters, but I thought this was just like in poor taste to do so. Like, all they did was just make Doug seem even more of like a clown and a joke than he already kind of is. And then I remember like getting like, because as much as I love Choco, I was really annoyed that Choco was the person who was like, whenever they were in the Forest of Bryn, who was like, oh, like we can make like potion ingredients here. And I was like, no, I feel like you should have given that to Malveron, kind of, because he's supposed to be the astromancer and he's supposed to be like their guide and everything. And so just like the fact that they sort of like put him in a bad light like that, I don't know, I was kind of bothered. So
yeah.
But and like I don't like that like they made what was going to happen to them like extremely obvious too. Because they were like, yeah, we're just going to have this relaxing time on this boat. And I was like, no, you're not. You're not going to have a relaxing time on that boat. And then as soon as, like, Choco was playing with the potions, they're like, you can't mix potions. And I was like, well, something's bad is going to happen because we're going to mix these potions in, like, 5 minutes, if even that. And then they did. And I was like, okay, this is a little bit done. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just wasn't into that. And, like, Doug didn't have, like, any like real line the entire time. Like they were all supposed to be gags. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Doug, was it? Go ahead.
Yeah, Doug's just a joke character, right? And I don't know. I don't think he needs to be developed more. I think he's fine in his current role, but it was too much. You can't have the Doug and Malveron have like a third of the screen time in the episode. I don't think that's a good choice. And Doug gets his bucket scroll, and I think that was kind of nice, but I think Malveron needs to be developed in relation to the Mysticons, not necessarily in relation to Doug, who I feel like has not been great so far. So it's just it's more of just the character choice than the actual contents for me, although it was a little silly. But like I said in the beginning, I did like visiting a bunch of locations. We saw just kind of like the outskirts, like with gargoyles, I guess. I don't know if we'd seen that before. We saw.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that. That's what I was.
Yeah, I was wondering what that place was.
Yeah, I did maybe a future location or something we've seen briefly. We got Kimra's junkyard. We got the Cavern of the Cosmos. I think from episode 8 or 7 or something. We saw like a giant in Drake City. Stomping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in.
Yeah, that was funny. He's like, he's probably just walking around. Calm down.
Yeah. We were in Necropha's lair, as mentioned, the spectral hand lair. Yeah. We're back in the Forest of Bryn from 7 or 8 with the annoying mushroom creatures. Still not a fan of the mushrooms.
No. They're trying to make us like them or something.
Stop trying to make the mushrooms work. Yeah, it doesn't work. Stop it. Yeah. And the Choco helps them make new potions, and they need to take a hair off Choco, and there you go. So I will say, I think the best part was that they integrated it with the A plot when they like came over the the boat at the end with the Kraken.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, I like that
That
too.
was funny.
Also, how they dealt with like them running out of air, I just thought that was funny. Like she's talking to them, and she goes, "Oh right," like so they held their breath for a really long time.
They did. I was really surprised.
Yeah, what do we like better? The holding the breathometer, or the miraculous ladybug you have to change back before this time?
Oh, the breathometer, because it actually ran out.
Yeah, that one.
True. It actually felt like there were stakes there, right? Like, yeah, then, but yeah.
Well, there was stakes. They actually ran out,
right.
And then they had to deal with it.
That's what that reminded me of, yeah. Yeah, so we talked about how, M character episode, the other character thing I wanted to point out was, I think we still got some, Good Wolf / Zarkana this episode.
Oh yeah, no, it was like Zarya, and it's like gay.
They just continue to seem very intimate, is what I would say. Like, there's quite a few moments this episode.
Well, when anything happens, it's just Arcana and Zarya.
Yeah, they spend like they've like put them together a lot, like. You know, not, I say intimately, but I just mean like within really close quarters of each other. And then usually like Arcana will say something and then Arcana responds. And then Zarya will say something, Arcana will respond, or Arcana will say something and Zarya will respond. Like there's a lot of like that, like those two, or it's like them and the rest of the world just melts away. Like,
well, it's really interesting because in this episode, like, they're legit all together. All of them are together, but Arcana's like, Zarya, they're gone, and it was like, really?
I noticed that too. Why did she point that out specifically to Zarya? Yeah,
it's because she's in love with her.
I genuinely think Arcana has feelings for Zarya. Like, I think the show is kind of presenting that.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling it. Like, I think it's happening.
Yeah. I think so too. Also, I really appreciated that, like, at the beginning of this, Zarya just seemed so over everything. Like, she had, like, that same expression on her face that was just, like she was looking around, like, is there something more interesting I could be doing? Like, I thought that was great.
Yeah. Zarya was good here. And they're also, like, moving the statue at the end, too. Yeah.
Together.
I don't know. I'm still on Good Wolf watch. I haven't given up. don't this is still a legitimate shipping option. I am like I've been saying, I'm interested to see why we're doing this so much. You know.
Well, but my thing is, like, I mean, if they do this, it's gonna be even better than like just having it. Like, if it's two like main characters, dead, rip, soul will leave my body.
Yeah. It would be pretty incredible. So we'll stay vigilant on the Zarya and Arcana. The other, I can't believe I forgot. I forgot the, Clown Foz. I can't believe I forgot the other, great, Kelpie saying, Oceanic!
I was gonna, not say, I wasn't gonna say it. I was just gonna let it go.
I was just gonna ignore it.
That's on Oceanic.
I mean, I like it better than fin-tastic,
Come
but
on. Fin-tastic
Can your voice go up another?
Yeah, I can. Only for defending fin-tastic, which is great.
Fantastic. Yeah. And yelling at me.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Yeah, Oceanic. Okay, this episode was a lot with the puns and the fish theme.
I mean, it's pretty funny, especially because like we have like this tiny, like adorable mermaid, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Look, we had to get it out of our system, so we can just move on to other puns.
Yeah,
and
it's not like we're moving on from the puns. Yeah, we're not.
We're not, but we had to get all of the aquatic ones out of the way. So
yeah, the other thing I liked, Kelpie and Piper like bonding when they were rebuilding the city. They're talking about like condos. Like, okay,
yeah, they were building. It was like talking about like clam castles.
Yeah.
Super cute. The condos. That was funny.
Yeah, I'm as I've said, I'm worried about Piper having friends, so I like befriending Kelpie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, Piper and Kelpie would be adorable together because there are adorable characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Functionally, they're about on the same level. So
yeah, I mean, Piper says Fabtacular a lot, and Kelpie says Fantastic. Kind of function the same. Yeah, definitely.
They have the same roles.
Yeah. Okay. Final thoughts. Anything we missed, Delaney, in the episode?
Oh, I really liked the conch. Like, that was cool.
Okay, yeah.
And then when she goes off to fight, also that whole sequence, I was like, no, child, stop it. Like, you're gonna get eaten. Go away. Like, normally I'm all about that, but I'm like, no, you're not a child getting eaten. I mean, like, you know, going on their own and be like, yeah, I mean, it's really stupid, but like, in this case, it would have been really good, except she's a child. And I'm like, stop. Go save her. She's too cute to die.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, Delaney?
I just really I liked the episode. Again, it really was just the B plot that I thought brought it down a bit. But I mean, it just took away time. Like, I feel like we could have spent so much more time with Kelpie. But it was really cute, and Kelpie is def a highlight, and I want to see her again. But the episode was really good, and I just enjoyed it, like, just as, like it was really pretty, and it was just really neat.
Yeah. April, anything we missed, and final thoughts?
I did enjoy, like, the small moment where Piper sort of called out Queen Trufin, because Queen Trufin was being, like, super dramatic, and she's like, you guys ruined everything. And Piper's like, it looks like the Kraken ruined everything. And then she's like, well, yeah, it did. And I was like, okay, like, quit being over dramatic, Queen Trufin. Like, what's wrong with you?
Being savage in that bubble. Like, I'm like, y'all are, like, talking, like, a lot of stuff while you're trapped in that little magic bubble.
Like, you're trapped in that bubble that you can't escape from. So, I thought that was a really good moment. I liked it. But no, it was a good episode. And it was, you know, there was enough action to sort of, like, stay in line with the show. And I liked the, like, underwater character design, and again, the B plot was a B plot, but it was a good time. So I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely enjoyed it. Oh, the other's Arcana good wolf moment. Arcana's like, Mysticon Ranger can be a bit of a meanie sometimes, to Kelpie. Yeah.
A meanie?
Yeah. Yeah. Arcana was less successful in talking to the child than the others, I would say. But yeah, good episode, very fun, and I would be satisfied if this was our level of like non-plot episode from the show. So
yeah, this is a good level of, like, filler episode, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
That's kind of what I'm treating it as. Is it's just kind of like a filler episode, but I liked this level of, like, filler. It was really good. So
yeah, thumbs up. Okay, to close things out, merchandise corner. Let's talk.
Yay!
Let's talk the app first. So I've been playing the app, and it's been good. I'm stuck right now. Actually, it's actually gets kind of hard. So I need to grind for a little bit and get some.
I have to play it and find out if it's actually hard. I do have it on my phone. I just haven't played it yet.
I started it, but I didn't get very far. But one of my friends beat it, like, on Saturday.
Ooh.
So I was like, that's what you did tonight? Okay, like.
That's what you did.
So. I assume it's not that long. I don't know how far I am from the end, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's annoying that Chaco automatically uses potions on you. And then, like, if you die, you don't get the potions back. So, like, that's the thing. I'm out of revives, and I'm out of money. So I need to just kind of stuck. Yeah.
Don't buy Buddy.
No. Yeah. It's kind of I feel like it's not a great game mechanic, but yeah, that's Secrets of Gemina if you want to get it. And as we said last time, the toys are out. April, you got the Choco plush.
I do have the Choco plush, and he is so cute and adorable, and I love him. So I just encourage everyone to free all of the Chacos from Ohio. They deserve much better homes.
Look, we don't know if all of them are in Ohio. At least the Toys R Us ones seem to be in Ohio. Yeah, that's.
But
true.
Toys R Us is the only one who's selling the Choco plushes.
Right? Yeah, I haven't checked Amazon. Let me check again to see if it's to see if they're back. But yeah.
But if they show up on Amazon, like, today, I'm gonna be really mad because I had to pay for shipping and handling, and it was terrible. But yes, he's very soft. I can't stop touching his ears. I don't know what it is about them.
They're very large ears, yeah.
Yes. So, but I like it. I like it a lot. I'm glad I bought this as an adult human. So
yeah, same. I also have the Choco plush. Choco's great. The weirdest part is that he has, like, hair on the random hairs on the top of his head.
Yeah, and then whenever I was watching the episode, I was like, does he have, like, a fuzzball up there or something? And I guess kind of.
It's not what this is. Yeah, it's a weird, weird approximation of the thing on top of Chaco's head.
Maybe I just need to style it.
But yeah, Chaco's great, very soft. I also got 2 figures. The highlight is I got Giant Zarya now. Giant Zarya is very big.
You just keep saying that.
And it's not, the Giant Zarya is not that big, just bigger than the normal ones. And she says phrases if you move her arms. Let's see what phrase she'll say right now. Okay, she said, "God, that's not a good one. I don't like that one."
I can't believe she makes noises. Like, this makes me less likely to buy this.
Yeah, exactly. There's only Zarya and Arcana that come. It's like the lights and whatever one. That's the one that.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I need to get little figures because I have like Ladybug figures, and I'm like, they can all play together.
Yeah. Yeah, I got Little M. Little M's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna regret getting the big Zarya because she's much bigger than the other one. So if I get all the other small ones, they won't match. So, yeah.
You'll just have to get the small Zarya to go with it.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
The rest of them.
Big Zarya, the best thing Big Zarya says is time to howl. Ow! So that's like, yeah. That's like the good thing she says. She says the other thing she says, like, got you right in my sights. When does she say them in the show? So it's a lot of like generic like bow and arrow person, but it is cool. She's like 6 phrases. We got to see what I don't know what the Arcana one says. I assume it's Magic Hour is one of Arcana's phrases.
If it's
if she doesn't say it, like, what's the point of the game? Like, what's the point of having it if she doesn't say it's Magic Hour?
I'd return it. I will buy it, and if she doesn't say it's Magic Hour, I'm gonna be like, cool, I'll take this back. I don't want this anymore.
Yeah, gotta say it's Magic. Arcana did say it's Magic Hour in this episode, so we're always on Magic Hour watch. But yeah, the toys are at Toys R Us, Toys R Us online. Some of them are on Amazon, and other than that, I still don't know if they're anywhere. But like I said last time, that's probably the number one way to support the show is buying stuff because that's what's going to get it renewed. It seems like. Yep. So there's the merchandise corner. Chaco joined us for the podcast. I had him right here. Yeah.
I had mine too.
Yeah. Mandatory when just talking about Mysticons. So, okay, yeah. We already did final thoughts. So, I guess that's it. Let us know what you thought about this episode. If you got any of the toys and stuff at you can comment overlyanimated.com, click on the article there, or comment on YouTube. Our Mysticons channel on Discord is very active. You can join our Discord at overlyanimated.com/Discord. Please come and chat with us about Mysticons there. Tell us if you got toys and stuff like that. You can make sure to subscribe to us, not miss future Mysticons. You can, support us via Patreon, patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to all of our current patrons, especially our patron of the podcast, Taylor, A.K. Needle, Mysticon fan Taylor, awesome. And, thanks as always to our patron executive producers, John, Ryan, Steve, Alex, and Andy. Other overly animated podcasts are if you haven't heard any of them, there's a million happening. So, just go to overlyanimated.com, find our 4 Steven Universe podcasts from Friday, our Daily Star podcast, because we're in the middle of Starvember. And, there's just tons of stuff there. So make sure to, check all that out. And, we'll be back, next week to discuss the next Mysticons episode, which is Gems of the Past.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why, yes.
That sounds like a flashback episode.
I hope so, yeah.
Yes.
Mythology building. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Definitely hoping for that. So, Gems of the Past next week. The preview clip came out, yeah. It was interesting. They're outlaws. The Mysticons are outlaws. That's what the preview clip had on YouTube, yeah. Yeah. Astromancers are mad at them. We knew this, yeah. So.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. They're so mad.
No, Terran's not happy yet. Okay, so we'll be back then, and thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.